Oh, hey, you're up.
Happy birthday. I know this is crazy. Happy birthday.
I've already lived through this day.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to this special. Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to this special. Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to this special Friday the 13th edition of Movie Files. So Morgan and I just got out of the theater from seeing Happy Death Day. So we're here to give you guys our thoughts and our reviews. So before we do that, Morgan, what was your expectations for the movie we just saw before we went to go see it? What were your thoughts?
Sure. So I was actually pretty excited. I feel like I say this a lot, but we saw the trailer when we went and saw the movie It, and I just thought, oh, this looks like a cute little movie.
A cute little movie, yeah.
Yeah, cute little movie that I want to see. It just seemed interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I had kind of a feeling that it wasn't going to be like Academy Award winning by any means, but I did think it was going to be a cute little movie.
All right, so same with Morgan. We saw the trailer a few months back, and the trailer was actually pretty interesting. They had the 50 Cent in the club.
He actually, so it's funny because when I watched it, I was like, ooh, I want to go see this. And sometimes we go to the movie and there's like a corny trailer in there, and I'll like want to see it, and then usually he's like, no way. Yeah. But this one, I actually was like, doesn't that look kind of good? And he was like, it doesn't look bad. Maybe we will go see it. So that was a first.
Yeah, and also what brought me into the theater was the Blumhouse productions. They tend to be, they don't take their movies too seriously, but every now and then you'll get a pretty good, good movie that they turn out with. So my expectations were low compared to Morgan's. I was just looking forward to just a fun, slasher film with it being Friday the 13th and Halloween right around the corner. So it was something that I guess you could say I was looking forward to, but I didn't have super high expectations for it. So
yeah, I think though that was probably one of the main things for me. Scary movies, and then the fact that it was Friday the 13th in October, I'm like, we have to go see this on Friday the 13th.
I think this movie was very self-aware of itself. It knew what it was. Again, if you guys aren't familiar with it by now, this is a film that just very basic, simple storyline. It's a college student who relives her death day.
It's like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, and they even reference to Groundhog Day in the film. So again, this movie knew what it was, which you can appreciate that, because sometimes movies that they try to go the serious, dark route, they try to throw in comedy and try to do too many things. But this film was very, they wanted to make a fun, kind of a 90s slasher film, and it wasn't even slasher film. It wasn't even
there was
really
no
a slasher
gore.
film.
Again, it's PG-13, so you expect that. So
coming from like where we a 90s movies, Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer,
things like that. Yeah. It's not that.
Well, I think some of the sequels of those films took itself too seriously. We're trying to mix in comedy, but this one kind of found a good pattern of doing so. And this thing of this film, like I said, if you would take something like a Final Destination where this thing's crazy deaths happen with some comedy, I think they found the perfect mixture of the two. So with that being said, Happy Death Day ultimately was a fun, entertaining movie. I wouldn't say, we'll give you guys our new rating system before we did numbers, but now I think we're just going to keep the three simple things. Is it worth seeing at the theater? Is it streamable when it is available to stream? Or is it even not, what we recommend? Is it worth seeing at the show? I would say this movie is streamable. I wouldn't recommend spending $10 on it at the theater, which we end up paying for it, which isn't bad, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of movies that come out, so I wouldn't say it's worth that. I would just apply that $10 to your streaming service. But for me, it was entertainment, but I would say I would prefer to just watch it at home, if I can be honest with you.
Yeah. So for me, I would say stream worthy. I don't know if streamable is a word, but we'll let him do that. We just made it. Now we're gonna go stream worthy. I'm gonna do stream worthy on this one. I would recommend when it comes out on a Netflix service or something of that nature. Maybe it's a like rainy Friday night, Saturday night, and you come together with friends or your family or significant other, make some popcorn and watch it then. One thing I will say about this movie is I pride myself. I've watched a lot of Law & Order, SVU specifically, and I feel like I'm a great detective, and usually I can figure out who the murderer is or killer. This, I actually was a little blindsided. Like Elliot said, we won't tell you who it is. You kind of, as you're watching it, you start to pick quite a few different characters of who you think it might be. I was a little blindsided. I do think, though, that once it was revealed,
the reasoning, we'll just say this. Well, again, we won't spoil anything, but when you find out who the killer is, to me, it was kind of like...
Didn't really make sense. Yeah. Didn't really... everything wasn't tied together.
Yeah.
But I will say that I was a little blindsided. I was not expecting this person, so...
Yeah, so, I mean, overall thoughts, again, if you guys are looking for a fun time to show, by all means, go check it out. I mean, I would recommend probably seeing, if you're looking for that.
Maybe matinee it or something.
Yeah, if you're looking for that great horror film or Friday the 13th to kind of capture that feeling, I would say it is probably more worth seeing at the show if you guys are looking to scratch that itch. But overall, like Morgan and I said, it is streamable when it is available. But I wouldn't say it's worth seeing at the show. But again, it's a fun, entertaining film. So that's our thoughts. We really want to know what you guys think. If you guys are going to check it out, let us know how you guys liked the film, if you did or if you didn't. Or if you guys are just going to wait till it is available on streaming services. Or more or less, I want to know what you guys are doing on Friday the 13th. What movies are you guys going to check out today?
Yes, because we will be watching more horror movies.
Oh, yeah, it's that time of the year. Yeah, so I want to know what other films you guys normally put on the TV when you're getting ready for Halloween. So, we thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys like this video, go ahead and hit the like button as well as subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram @MovieFile. So again, thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you guys soon.